Are you having a hard time with Jane Eyre? The complex vocabulary, the historical context, the plot? Let's decode it in plain English. Hey lovely learners, welcome back to LNT, where we make classical literature accessible for high school students learning English. By the end of this video, you'll learn useful expressions to analyze and discuss the novel. And as a bonus, you'll see how mini mind maps can help you organize your thoughts. Let's dive in and make literature no trouble at all. How does a penniless young girl become one of literature's boldest heroines? What's hidden in the attic of Thornfield Hall? Well, in this video, we'll unlock the secrets of Jane Eyre using simple English phrases and key literary elements. Let's start with the basics. First, let's look at the title. The full title is Jane Eyre, an autobiography, which already gives us a hint, right? What's your take on that subtitle? What does it tell us about the story? Think. It's telling us that we are not just watching Jane's life happen from afar. We're actually going to be in her head, experiencing everything with her. Her self-discovery, her fight for independence, all of it. To express these ideas, you can say,
the work is entitled Jane Eyre, an autobiography. The subtitle suggests that the novel is a personal and intimate account of Jane's life. The title signifies Jane's journey of self-discovery and her fight for independence.
This work was released in 1847 under the pseudonym Bell. Bronte used a male pen name because, sadly, Victorian society often dismissed female writers. To discuss how Jane Eyre was published, try these sentences.
This work was released in 1847 under the pseudonym Bell. It was made available to the public during a time of strict gender roles. The novel saw publication success despite its controversial themes.
What's the genre of Jane Eyre? It's not just a love story, it's not just some made-up story. It's like Bronte took her own experiences, working as a governess, seeing Victorian society firsthand, and poured it all into this book. Those difficulties Jane goes through, those social dynamics, are all combined in the novel genre. You can discuss it with these phrases.
This work falls under multiple genres. It is a Bildungsroman, tracing Jane's growth from childhood. It is a Gothic novel, exploring themes of mystery, horror, and social anxieties through haunted houses and ghostly apparitions. It is a Victorian novel that critiques social norms, particularly gender roles and class structures.
Use "it can be classified as a Gothic novel" or "this book is best described as a social novel" to tailor your analysis. Ready to explore the structure? Let's see how the novel is organized. Practice these lines.
The work is structured into 3 parts: Jane's childhood, her time at Thornfield, and her adulthood. The author divides the work into these sections to highlight Jane's journey. It is organized in a specific manner, with each part representing a key stage in her life.
Quick quiz. Which part focuses on Jane's quest for equality? A. Childhood. B. Thornfield. C. Adulthood. Now let's meet the characters driving this structure. Who are the key characters? Introduce them like so.
The principal characters in the work are Jane Eyre, Mr. Rochester, and Bertha Mason. Jane Eyre struggles with her emotions but fights for self-respect. The reader encounters figures such as Mr. Rochester, depicted as a Byronic hero. Bertha Mason embodies the theme of madness and social oppression.
Mr. Rochester is shrouded in secrets. This character highlights power dynamics. Bertha's portrayal reflects Victorian fears of madness, a theme we'll revisit in settings and themes. Bronte uses settings to reflect what's happening with Jane internally. To explain how the settings shape the story, you can use
Gateshead is depicted as a cold, oppressive place, reflecting Jane's isolation. The narrative is set in contrasting locations like Gateshead, Thornfield, and Ferndean. Ferndean, the final setting, symbolizes peace and equality.
Gateshead, which is so cold and so oppressive, is a physical representation of how powerless and trapped Jane feels as a child. Thornfield is all mystery and secrets. It contributes to the whole Gothic atmosphere of the novel. Ferndean is all about peace and equality. It represents the transformation that Jane goes through, the kind of life she eventually builds for herself. Each setting is like a visual representation of Jane's inner world and her journey toward true independence. These places mirror Jane's struggle for independence, a key theme we'll unpack next. To describe the central ideas in the book, say:
Key themes include the pursuit of love, the struggle for independence, and critiques of social class. The novel prompts reflection on equality and self-worth. The salient topics are passion versus reason and societal constraints.
These themes connect and build on each other. It's not just about finding love, it's about finding love that respects who you are, that doesn't force you to sacrifice your identities or values. But how did Bronte craft her story? Explain with:
The author utilizes a first-person narrator, giving insight into Jane's thoughts and enhancing the story's realism. She employs Gothic elements like eerie settings and symbolism. The narrative is constructed through vivid imagery of places like Thornfield.
In addition, we can say the author plays with light and darkness, sound and silence to create this world that feels both real and unreal, familiar and strange. Let's recap. You've learned to discuss the title, genre, structure, themes. To be sure to ace your next assignment, take advantage of our study guides with expanded analysis. You can find them on our website, Literature No Trouble. Now, practice. Use these phrases in essays or debates. And like, subscribe, and share to keep mastering literary analysis. Stay curious, stay confident, and own your English. Stay lit.